Good morning, everyone. Today we will start our next topic, that is a subtopic of after the decision tree of our lecture, that is random forest. So, first of all, let's go through the introduction. Random forest is a machine learning method that uses many decision trees. So, here is a main top point, that is many decision trees are used. Just like instead of a one doctor, now there are many doctors that are doing diagnosis of your issue. So in random forest there are many decision trees, and then takes a vote to give the final answer. So the voting is done at the end, and then you got a final answer. Random forest is ensemble learning method used for classification as well as a regression task. So it builds multiple decision trees and merges their result to improve the accuracy and control the overfitting, that is overgeneralizing of your model on your data. So why use it? More accurate, less overfitting, and work well for most datasets. So that's why we are using. Simple example: asking one friend for advice may be wrong, but asking 100 friends and taking the majority answer, much smarter. That's random forest. So now you will see your options are increased, and after the voting you have to decide your conclusion. So just like that, there are many decision trees, and on the basis of at the end voting you will conclude your answer. So why it is called a forest? A single tree is decision tree. Many trees are forest. So if we are using just a single tree, so it is called decision tree. But if there are many forests, that is many, basically many trees, so we will call it forest, just like normally, that many trees are called forest. Each tree learns differentially. Final answer is equal to majority vote. Example: if you will see tree 1, tree 2, tree 3 and final. So yes is occurring two times. Two trees are recommending yes, so you will go for that. Yes. So your conclusion will be yes. Now, steps for the random forest. Bootstrapping. Make random samples from the dataset. So first of all, it just randomly taking the sample of your dataset. After that, build many decision tree. Each tree get a different random sample. Random feature selection. Each tree looks at different features. Now each tree is looking for different feature. One is for glucose, one is for BMI, one is for blood pressure, just like that. And at the end, voting is done. That is, every tree predicts the most common answer will be final answer. So bootstrapping, build many decision tree, random feature selection, and then voting. These are the steps of the algorithm that we will see in it. Let's go to first of all example of it, and then we go to the code of it. So this is your data. So as I told you, first of all the random splitting is done. So your goal is, now your goal is predict likes ice cream. Alright, you want to predict likes ice cream column, this one. Input that you are giving is sunny and happy. So the input is basically sunny, the weather is sunny, and the mood is happy. This is your input. So what we have do here, you will see random forest. First of all, randomly split the data. Your data is this one, now it got shuffled, just like that. This is your original data. Now random sample splitting is done. Now here weather sunny sunny, rainy rainy, and all these things are shuffled as the previous data. Randomly it is done. And then tree 1. Now first of all we train our tree 1. And how to train it? Happy rows, you will see happy rows here, this one, that yes is predicted 3 times. Sad rows, now you will see No is predicted one time. So here if you conclude the happy and sad rows, so you got yes, because it is majority, that you will see 3 yes and 1 no. So that's why at the end you go to the yes. Now after that another random shuffling is done. So you will see now weather rainy, sunny, rainy, rainy, and before it there is weather sunny, sunny, rainy, rainy. So just random shuffling of your data is done here. And now tree 2 is training, that it will see happy and sad rows again. Happy, if you will see that, happy has 2 yes and sad has 2 no. So this is the issue that both got tie. In that scenario, it just mimic the previous answer. You will see if it is tie, so it will see the previous 3 answers, that is yes. So it will give yes here. Now tree 3 is training. Again your data is shuffled randomly. So you will see happy rows and sad rows, and here again 2 trees are yes, 2 trees are no. That is, sorry, 2 rows are yes and 2 rows are no. That is, happy rows are 2 times and the sad rows is 2 times. So it will predict the at the end yes. Again it is tying, but as I have told you that it mimic the previous answer if it got tie. And at the final voting you will see our answer is yes, because tree 1 is giving you a yes at the end, tree 2 is giving you yes at the end, tree 3 is giving you yes at the end. So your answer will be the yes because majority voted yes. So here just randomly shuffling of data is done, and on the basis of that shuffling you will see this is your main data, then it is shuffled randomly and it is shuffled just like that, and then after that you got the answer here. So main conclusion in random forest is that there are multiple decision tree. For now we just go to 2 or 3 trees, because practically normally we are doing it numerically, so it will take very time to do for each of thing. But we will see in code how practically we can calculate, we can train many trees. So random forest is basically have many decision trees, and on the basis of the voting you got your conclusion. So let me go through that code file. So the in the previous video at the end I am saying here entropy, so it's just by mistake. Basically it is the accuracy on your full data as it is written here, that accuracy is 100% in your decision tree. And I'm saying one thing there more, if we are moving toward, you will see on small dataset, training on full dataset give perfect accuracy. Alright, training on full dataset gives perfect accuracy but may overfit. So if we increase the dataset, alright, our accuracy is increasing, but it also causes overfitting, that is over generalization. So this is just a mistake that I have corrected. Now let me proceed further, that is random forest. So we are just importing the library that you as the model of sklearn assemble. So sklearn is also a library and very versatile. Dot assemble is a module. So from the specific that thing, we just import our that model, that is random forest classifier. Then train, test, split function, accuracy score for evaluation, we just imported. After that, this is our data set, age, salary, experience, and this is our target variable. After that, we are calculating, converting into data frame, that is in a proper table format. Then We just separate our dependent and independent variable. Then we just do the here splitting of data. What is done here? That 30%, you will see test size is 0.3. That means that 30% of your data is basically on testing phase. So total data is 100% always. So 30% is in testing phase. So you will see 70% will be in the training phase. So you just split your data and storing that X test and X test, X train and Y train has 70% and X test and Y test, that is testing data, has 30% of that data. And one more thing, I guess you already know about the training data. Training data is the data that we are providing during the input, just like providing the input to your model. That the first data that you want to give your model, on which your model got trained, is testing data. That is your input, basically input data. And testing data is that one that you will see, you will do after training. You just check your model how much it is accurate. You want to test your model. So this is testing data, that is at the end, the completion of a training. Now you want to evaluate the performance of your model basically. Now model that is variable equal to random forest classifier. This is your model that you have used, and inside it there, these are the things, that parameters you have set it. At n estimator equal to 100, it means 100 trees here. So you will see here in just one line we are doing all that thing. Entropy is a criteria that it just calculate entropy and information gain also, because it is an extension concept of a decision tree. So these concepts are also involved in it. Random state is 42. After that, it means that random state 42, that every time we want to work on the same information, basically same output we want to see. So that's why we set it just like that. Then we train a model by using the fit function, that is x train, y train, and then we just make it for better display in more clean form, and then we just evaluate the performance of it. So here you will see that random forest is symbol of many decision trees. Each tree is trained on a random subset of a data. You will see random shuffling, you will see that is done earlier in that slides. Each tree votes. More features, tree can use different features in different trees. Reduce overfitting, it is basically reducing your overfitting of the model and improve the accuracy. Good for both small and large data set. Decision tree, as I have told you, on large data set, it is causing the issue of overfitting, that is overgeneralization of your model, that is just fitting, also fitting on noise data points. So it will cause entropy and issues and other things, that is that your model is also fitting on the noisy data points. But here it also that issue in the random forest, that it working for both data set and it will improve the accuracy as well. So this is just a practical way how to use it. Now this is all about the random forest. I hope it will clear. Now in next session we will proceed toward the next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.